Are we recording? I have to ask because I don't want to waste another 2 hours, Brad.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucking funny. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock. We gotta get started. All right. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the... I'm leaving it in. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys. We are back. That was a rough start. I mean, I guess I could have just knocked over a fucking glass of water like Jack did when he was here. But we are back. We do have plenty to talk about. No, there is no question of the week. I did not forget. There is just so much news that came out today and over the last week that I literally didn't want the show to drag on forever. So we do have plenty to talk about. We're just going to go to Checked Out, and then we're going to go right into the lightning round and movie and TV news because it is beastly. So first off, in Checked Out, I watched Crisis on Planet X, which is the CW DC Heroes crossover that they do every year, right? So this time they expanded it out to being 4 episodes. It was actually really good. I have to say, I have not thought that this season so far of like The Flash was that great, but this was actually very good. Basically, the premise is Barry Allen and Iris West are about to get married. They invite all their friends from the other shows. They're like, hey, we're getting married, come on out. And as they're getting married, of course, bad shit happens, and this group of Nazis breaks in and just starts attacking people. And you find out that the Nazis are from Earth X, which is the one Earth in the multiverse that the Nazis won World War II, right? And so they're villains, and they're trying to like just take over, basically. But what works about that show the series more than anything, is like they actually have the heroes work together better than the DC movies. Like, when I say that, I'm not saying that to just be slanderous. I mean, like, for real. Like, they really do. Also, dear X-Men fans, Killer Frost is a better Iceman than Iceman that you got. She did the fucking ice ramp. She does. She fucking literally shows up, and they're a bunch of characters, and they all have this, like, one moment where, like, all, like, the Flash and the Arrow and all, they're, like, walking towards the camera, and it's, like, this great moment. And then, like, the flying characters show up, and it's Black-ass Firestorm, Supergirl, I think,
An Atom flying.
The Atom, and then fucking Killer Frost shows up on the fucking ice ramp. Like, and they actually fucking show it. I was like, yo, it took the X-Men like 14 years to do that once for 4 seconds.
Did they do it?
In Days of Future Past. Like, in the future, he does it like once off a wall. He didn't even do like a big one.
Because I remember he didn't even turn into like Iceman until the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember those movies.
Yeah. She did it. She pulled it up. And it actually looked pretty good for TV. Not bad. A major character dies, which is kind of a big deal.
Who was it?
The scientist who was half of Firestorm.
Oh, he don't count.
Yeah, but now you don't have Firestorm.
All right.
I think they'll figure out a way to
with
bring him back.
Yeah,
not
perfectly
the
fine
professor.
with
That actor has decided to leave the show. But and then what's his name comes back? Captain Cold, which is kind of cool. He's from a.
Does he come back for one episode? Because I thought he was done.
No, he's done at the end of the season. It's Earth X Captain Cold, who is gay, which is also an interesting thing. Yeah. So yeah, they brought in some other heroes and stuff like that. It was actually pretty good. It was fun. I'm not going to watch any more of the season. I will wait until it all comes out on Netflix. I think I'm kind of just done with watching them in real time. They're not very good. But the crossover was fun. So
All right.
you can watch the crossover on their website, CW's website. All right, next up, and Checked Out, we just did a review for She's Gotta Have It, the TV series on Netflix. So check that out. It's in the Coming Distractions feed. And it's also on our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse. Micah, you watched three billboards?
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri
I didn't have a
is
chance to see this.
probably up there for favorite movie of the year for me.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
I really, really enjoyed it. It's written and directed by Martin McDonough of 7 Psychopaths and In Bruges fame.
Yeah.
I won't go into it, but it is it's a movie that I highly recommend. And what's his name? The guy from Moon. Justin Hammer.
Sam Rockwell.
Yo, Sam Rockwell is pretty great in this movie.
He's one of the best. I think he's one of the best actors out there.
He's in a role that I've never seen him like be before, and it's just like a fucking racist hillbilly country bumpkin.
Yeah, that's very much not a Sam Rockwell role.
Right, and it's really, really good. Frances McDormand is excellent. Woody Harrelson continues to be just fucking astounding to me. Because he's Woody from Cheers,
right?
Like he'll always be Woody
knew?
from Cheers for me, and he's a great actor. Peter Dinklage is okay. He's not used very much in the film, but I really enjoyed it. And I also brought this up to say that I don't want to hear about black people in movies
ever.
No. I don't want to hear about like black patrons being disrespectful in movies, right? Because I went to see this in Bethesda, where it's nothing but old white money. And old white people are the most disrespectful motherfuckers ever when it comes to movies.
Because they don't give a fuck.
Because they don't give a fuck. Because they're entitled and they're stupid. Like we were walking out the two black dots on an all white canvas that we are. We're walking out of the fucking theater, and all I hear is just these white people just like, I don't get it. What, huh? And this one white woman at the end of the movie, as loud as she possibly can, says, "Is that it?" Like. Yeah, bitch. How else do you think it's gonna end? Like, what do you want them to do?
They put up a fourth.
It's
like a weird choice.
I just don't like old white people, yo. I really don't. Like, they get on my nerves. Like, white people don't get old if you can help it,
and you can't.
Anyway,
so
I highly recommend
old white people.
I can deal with white people. I can't deal with old white people. If you're older than me, stay away from me.
If you're older than me, not even older than me. Wow, that is a very low bar. But, like, how old are you? 38. I got no time for you. Seems
too old.
Too old. If you look older than me, then Hope Hicks,
hey, look,
you're done.
That could be a whole swath of people.
That's what I'm saying.
Because good Lord.
When's your birthday? July 8th, 1980? Get away from me. One fucking day. Get away from me.
You don't know how to act. That's funny. Let's see. Next up, checked out. I wanted to talk just quickly. We didn't talk about it last week because Terrence hadn't finished. I believe you have finished now.
I have.
And you are finished.
I finished it last night.
Damn. Punisher. Let's talk about it. I have my kill count. I have some thoughts on this. I personally think this is the best Marvel Netflix show, hands down. Not even a question.
I think it is, in terms of technical achievement, yes. It's not my favorite. Is
Luke Cage your favorite?
The first half of Luke Cage is my favorite. But the first season of Daredevil overall is my favorite. Okay. Just because I don't mind Daredevil as a character, and I really like the Kingpin as a villain.
Yeah, he was great.
Right. And
he's really what made that season.
Right. But the Punisher is pretty goddamn great. One thing got on my nerves though is the war cry, the Frank Castle war cry. Ooh! Ooh! Even your dog is like, what the fuck? You trying to fight, yo?
Because you sound like another animal.
Right. But I didn't feel like it was too long, but I felt like the B story with Lucas, while I enjoyed it, I felt that, like, I think it's because Lucas was the guy playing him was such a good character, and he acted really well. I hated him.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah, and you're kind of supposed to, but he's the best type of villain.
Yeah,
he's the villain that swears up and down that he is right.
Yeah,
but he's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Terrence, your thoughts?
I liked it. It dragged like a motherfucker on in the middle. Okay. It dragged way too much. Frank what's his name? John Bernthal is the Punisher.
Yeah.
No, he is. He's not acting. He's not.
He murdered a lot of people.
He's got these weird tics where he's like, you got
that walk.
He walks and he does that little like head nod. It's almost like what's his name from The Walking Dead? Not his character in The Walking Dead, but the main character.
Oh, Rick.
Rick. Maybe Rick turned into to Shane a little bit.
That's kind of what the show was. Yeah.
But yeah, he was really, really good, and he's a frightening individual. He scared me a little bit. Again, it dragged in the middle. When it got violent, it got incredibly violent.
Yeah, it did.
Episode 11 was just like, hey, we haven't killed anybody in a while.
Right.
Whoop, time to make up for that.
Again, I have my kill count, and I'll tell you what it is.
I actually like the villain. The main villain.
Yes.
Not the dude who he punched in the face. Not him. His
Deadeye?
Pretty boy.
Oh, Jigsaw.
Oh,
Jigsaw, yeah.
Jigsaw.
I liked him. I actually liked
I
his
thought he
character.
was a great villain.
The only problem I had when he talked through his teeth too fucking much. It bothered me a little bit. But yeah, he was a really good villain because like he was just such a fucking dick.
Well, the thing about I thought his ending. Look, all right, we'll talk a little bit of spoilers here.
Yeah.
I thought his ending was so fucking earned. Like it felt earned when that last fight, right? Like there's a lot of people who get murdered in this show, right? Like I just did the count for how many people Frank killed, right?
We were way too high.
We were way too high.
Yeah.
However, as a series, we were right on board. Like, because a lot of people fucking die. Because Jigsaw kills a lot of people. Like, there's just one episode. It's just like, boom, boom,
He just
boom,
murdered
boom.
a whole fucking building full of
Yeah,
people.
he
I was
just
like,
kills-
Jesus Christ.
Like, dude, that guy wasn't even...
Which one is the Punisher? Is it him or is it...
Yeah, right, exactly. So a lot of people get killed. But that last scene with them fighting on that merry-go-round was fucking brutal, dude. When he's like smashing his face and then sliding
he
it.
slid that bitch. I was
Yo!
I was like, I know this character is Jigsaw, but like, I know we're not gonna see Jigsaw as Jigsaw,
Right.
But we gotta see like the origin of Jigsaw. Like, I thought Frank was gonna like cut him up with some knives or some shit. Like, oh, okay, like because at one point they're knife fighting and what's his name has the knife right by his face, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it. And like, no, it's not it. Like, oh, well, how the fuck are we gonna do this? Oh, here's a piece of broken mirror. Oh, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna fucking slice his face up with a piece of broken. No, he stabbed him. Well, what the fuck is Frank gonna do? Oh,
Yeah, I literally, I sat and watched this entire series almost in one day, and I got to that scene and I was just like, this is making me uncomfortable. Like I have seen many people be murdered in the show, but this one feels a little too real.
Oh,
like,
this one was intimate.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he was just like you heard his face going down. I was like, please stop. It's not okay. It's not okay, Frank. It's not okay.
What about to see your mangled face?
Yeah.
Like, how do you look in the mirror?
Yeah, it's like,
I get
that's
it.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good villain origin, though.
Yeah.
Like, it was a damn good villain origin. It was earned. The kill count, the official kill count for Frank is 75 people, right? He kills 75 people, which is way lower than we thought, right? We were saying 150, 300, whatever. However, I would just like to point out a couple of stats from that. He kills 2 people before the opening credit, 3 people before the opening credits of the first episode. 2 of which he just ran over with a van.
Yeah, that was fucking funny.
It was like,
Jesus.
and go. Like, I literally just had a notebook. And I was just like writing like tick marks.
One,
I was like, damn, it's
two,
like
it was 30 seconds into
139.
fucking, okay, cool. All right.
Like, all right, this is where we're starting? Okay, cool. But he kills people pretty consistently. Like anywhere between like 10 to 7 to 10, 11 people per episode until like episode 5. And then he doesn't kill anybody from like 5 to episode
to like 9 or 10 or something.
Right.
Like that.
And then in episode 11, he killed 32 people. 32, dude. He killed so many people. And it was like you said, hey, we haven't killed anybody in a while. Yeah. All right, let's do this. And I kind of love that. I was like, because I'm like just going down my tick mark. I'm like, man, it's a little empty. Like, what are they doing? It was like, oh, here we go. I was like, all right. They were like, we're gonna take out the Punisher now. I was like, no, you're not. Like, you all gonna die. And
what did you think about the other story with what's her name?
with the detective.
The detective trying to track him down.
I thought it was fine. I liked her. I thought she was good. I thought she was a good actress.
Really good. She was a fucking badass in the movie.
Yeah. I thought she was very attractive. Shocking.
That as well.
Yeah. I do kind of think it's interesting. What's that?
Yo.
Madani.
Yeah.
Her name is Amber Rose.
Yeah.
I think Jerron was like, yo, somebody said, like, the credits keep saying Amber Rose is in this. What the fuck is she going to show?
Wrong Amber Rose. Not quite the same. But I do have to say, Marvel their sex scenes are getting a little like, they keep getting racier and racier and racier. I was like,
yeah.
Yo, are they going to show a nipple? Like, I was like, is this a She's Gotta Have It episode?
They showed 75 people get murdered. Like, what's wrong with a little nipple?
I mean,
at this point, like, what the fuck is the point?
I mean, I needed to soothe me after watching Jigsaw get his face destroyed.
Yeah, that shit was
my one real complaint. It's not even a complaint, but it's the same thing that's with most of these Netflix shows. Yo, how is this a part of the MCU? Yo,
it can't be.
How is this shit about? Like,
this is the darkest side of it. Like, don't even go over there.
And the other thing, they don't mention any of the characters.
Right.
They don't mention anybody.
I mean, the
only thing you see is her what's her name?
Karen Page.
What's her name? Is it
Karen
Page? Is her new article about the fight for New York. That's all you see about anything outside of this show. There's nothing.
Yeah.
They don't say shit about fucking Daredevil or any of the Defenders. I'm like, really?
Nope.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's just a little bit like, because the Punisher is like a huge Captain America fan, Terrence. Like, he is a
respects him.
Diehard Captain America fan. Like, when Cap died, he outfitted his outfit in the fucking black suit with fucking skull, right? He painted that shit red, white, and blue because he's a huge fan of Captain America. You would think that Frank Castle, the huge fan of Captain America, would acknowledge that Captain America exists.
It would be nice. It would be nice. Like, just to have him watching something on TV and be like,
whoa, my boy.
You know what? I need it to be exactly that.
But that's a bullshit nerd nitpick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. But I think it's fine. That's fucking hilarious. But I thought this was really good. I thought the guy who played Micro was really good.
Yeah, I actually like that story. Like, they gave him like a surrogate family to be attacked. Yeah, because his family's fucking dead. Like,
But I also, like, as this series is going on, I was like, is Frank gonna fuck his wife?
Yo, I think everybody. He was like,
yo, like, this is gonna happen, right? Like, she's like, oh, come over again. I was like, he's gonna fuck his wife
and
while
Michael
he's
was
watching.
sitting there watching.
Right.
I was like,
what's he gonna do?
Get
nothing.
killed?
Right.
He's not gonna do shit.
I'm really upset with you. No, but hey, next look, she likes to have her shoulders massaged. If you could just
right.
This is what I used to do.
I'm just gonna go back to Brian Williams' daughter and eat her ass. You can go ahead and fuck my wife.
Oh, is that the guy?
That's the guy. Yeah, that's the
guy. Oh, he's literally a butt munch. That's funny. That's a funny term. But yeah, I like that, and I also like that Frank and Micro didn't become fast friends. Like, they made them work for that relationship, which I thought was cool. Then I thought, spoilers, I thought Micro was gonna die, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, come on, this is not Punisher Warzone. Don't kill Micro on the first adventure. I was like, that sucks. That's his homeboy.
Yeah.
But then they were like, psych, gotcha. And I was like, you did, actually. You did.
Actually, like, maybe a few minutes, I'm like, there's no fucking way he's dead. We worked too hard for him to be just dead.
I was pissed. I was like, yo, please figure out a way that he's not dead. Like, please don't.
Spoiler alert, I was legit upset when Madani came to that last firefight and she was dispatched by Jigsaw. Yeah. I was like, yo, this character is way too good to be to die, and two, to be for a death like that.
Yeah, that shit was
Madani, bam! Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, you know, a little bit extra. Well, her partner early on when when fucking Jigsaw took out that
his
blade.
fucking Assassin's Creed blade.
He's like, bam, bam. And hit that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is this show? What is happening?
They do that all the time in these shows. Don't they always have a mid-season kill that you're like, what the fuck? Like, Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
He just
but
got
usually
kicked out of, I'm like, that's upsetting to me.
Yeah, but usually it's like Madani's partner who no one can remember the name of, not, the most charismatic dude in the fucking show.
Right. Everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
When that shit happened. Yeah, it's I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I would because of the
Dragging
it just dragged. It could have been like that shit could have been like 5 episodes.
Yeah, but you know what? It's funny. We talked about last week. I was talking to you about Runaways. Did you watch any of that?
I watched the first episode.
What did you think?
It's pretty good. That's not how it was as a teenager, I can tell you that much.
Well, are you incredibly wealthy? Because those kids are super rich.
Nah.
But that
shit went from 0 to 100 really fucking quick when they found out what the fuck their parents were doing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's a wild show. It's good though. It's very good.
It's pretty cool.
But I think that the Runaways and I think New Warriors in 2018, I think they're testing a 10 episode run. I think that's what they're doing. Because right now Runaways feels really tight. Like there's no like, oh, what's happening? Like it doesn't drag. It is those episodes are really tightly written.
Yeah, you can tell the same story in like 9 to 10 episodes.
Yeah,
for,
I think
for
10
the
is
Punisher. Like it was way too many. Like 3 extra episodes of like just filler.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's way too much going on with the Homeland Security that we didn't need.
That we didn't need. I agree. All right, so we're going to skip over Science and Tech, Stupid Tech, and Comic News, and Question of the Week. Make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link. When you use that, we get a little bit of an extra kickback. It's really great. Really helps out the show. It's awesome, and you guys have been doing it for a long time, so continue to do that. It's almost a holiday season. You're probably going to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation 7 or whatever it is you guys get. So do that. All right, lightning round this week. Jack Dylan Grazer joins the cast of Shazam. He was in It.
Is that a good choice?
I don't know. He's not the kid.
He's not the kid from It. Well,
no, he's not the kid in Shazam. Like
he's
like
not Billy Batson.
No, they cast him last week.
Jack Dylan Grazer.
So who cares?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Next story.
Yeah, that's why it's in lightning round. I barely opened the article. Ryan Reynolds to star as Detective Pikachu in a live-action Pikachu movie. Or a Pokemon movie, I guess.
Going to be Pikachu?
Yes, he will be Detective Pikachu.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, Deadpool. Okay.
I mean, all he's got to do is say one word, 1 2-syllable word over and over and over again.
Yeah, Pikachu.
But I think he actually talks.
Detective Pikachu.
Oh,
talks?
yeah,
No,
maybe
he actually talks, so he wouldn't have him.
Yeah.
It's not a group situation through a whole fucking movie.
I mean, because that's how Pokemon communicate. They only say their name.
He actually talks.
Yeah. Sup, my
So
nigga.
this
Look
is-
at Sup, nigga, this Pikachu.
Fucking Terrence with the Pokemon knowledge.
Because of Carrie. Because she talked about this, whatever fucking Pikachu this is, he actually talks and
Nah,
whatever. I don't
bullshit.
know
You knew this.
I do.
You
I'm a fucking phony.
You're a huge Detective Pikachu fan.
I don't even know what the fuck Detective Pikachu
I
is.
don't either. The words alone sound ridiculous to me.
Yeah, very much so.
Next up, CBS All Access gives an official order for Twilight Zone reboot.
I don't care.
By Jordan Peele.
I don't care.
I do care.
This is on CBS All Access.
Yeah,
you
can
already know
catch
how
it
I feel about this.
You can catch it Wednesday nights at 8:30 when it's released.
Stupid ass shit, man.
Streaming live every Wednesday at 8:30.
Come on. You got to come up with a different fucking.
Nah.
Come on, Jordan. What are you doing?
Nah, you're the one.
Don't take this deal.
You're the one who's wrong.
Put it on something else. Put it on Netflix.
Am I wrong? No, it is the
Netflix
children.
has Black Mirror. They don't need that.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, you're right. Like, this is not a good idea.
We'll see. I'll be watching.
No, you won't.
No, I'll be watching it.
Okay, sure.
Yep, exactly. Next up, Marvel is launching a Wolverine podcast in 2018. Teases a MPU, a Marvel Podcast Universe. This is actually kind of interesting. So it's a narrative podcast. So they're going to be launching this with on Stitcher Premium.
The Stitcher Premium sounds like you've got to pay for that.
Yes, however, so that's why I won't be listening to it. but after it comes after it comes out in Stitcher Premium, then it will roll to other platforms for free the following fall. So cool.
Following fall.
Yeah.
When is this coming out?
I think pretty early 2018. So,
but it's Wolverine.
Thank you.
I'll listen to a narrative story if it's good. It's the guy who started in The Hobbit. Richard Armitage is going to voice Logan, which is pretty good because that guy's got the right voice for it. So
I don't know if I can trust anybody whose last name is Armitage.
That's right.
Fucking coagulant shit. Fuck that.
What's your story about? Come over here. I'll tell you. Like, nah, I'm good.
Wolverine fucking finding a bunch of black people and cutting their heads off and eating their brains and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Look, if somebody tells me this is good,
I'll check it out.
Then I'll check it out because I do like podcasts.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, are you a fan of the medium? That's funny. Yeah, so it's a 10-part, 10-episode serialized narrative set to debut this coming spring. So yeah, look forward to that. Next up, Alice Eve, who was in Star Trek Into Darkness, is cast in Iron Fist season 2. Okay.
I was like, who the fuck is Alice Eve? Oh yeah.
You know.
I know who that is now.
The very underused and underdressed Alice Eve from Star Trek Into Darkness. Which, by the way, she looked great. So
I didn't see that movie.
It's not very good.
Nah, it's not good at all.
That part was good, but the rest of it
was great. But so out of a 120-minute movie, the 2 seconds where she was like, that's it.
Yeah, she's got a great body. Next up, animated feature Marvel Rising Secret Warriors has been announced for 2018. This is an animated movie, which will have Captain Marvel, Spider-Gwen, Inferno, Squirrel Girl, Quake, Patriot, America Chavez, and Miss Marvel.
Why is a drawing of Charlotte Flair as Captain Marvel right in the middle?
That's funny. This is her 30 for 30. The cool thing is Squirrel Girl and Quake will be voiced by the actresses who play them live action. So Milana Weintraub will voice Squirrel Girl, and Chloe Bennett will again voice Quake. So that's cool. It's kind of cool to have Spider-Gwen there.
Are they ethnically casting these properly?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catherine Kavari is playing Kamala Khan.
Yeah. Syria Ramirez is playing America Chavez. Like I said, Squirrel Girl. Chloe Bennett is Quake. A white woman is Spider-Gwen. She's blonde, if that matters.
Look at them roots.
She's blonde-ish. Tyler Posey is Inferno. He just looks kind of like a Latino gentleman.
Camille McFadden.
Camille McFadden is Patriot. He's a goofy dude.
He looks like what's that guy that plays fighting games?
The English dude.
No. The one that almost won.
The one with the foxtail?
No, not Sonic Fox.
I hate him because he's a furry. That shit is fucking weird. Like this, I'm sorry. If there's furries out there, you're weird.
Oh shit.
No, the other one that almost won Street Fighter V.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name. Yeah, he does kind of look like him.
Punk.
Yeah, he does.
I wonder what he sounds like because that nigga sounds hilarious.
Well, maybe that's him.
Bro. But anyway.
And Kim Raver will play Captain Marvel, and she is a white woman.
Yes.
And then a white guy will do the voice of Tippy Toe, which is one of Squirrel Girl's squirrels, and he will do the voice of Lockjaw as well.
This nigga's name is Boo Boo.
Yeah, Boo Boo Stewart will voice Exile. He's an Inhuman.
Is that his real name?
Yeah.
Is he like?
Oh shit! I didn't realize that Sky Jackson is.
Oh yeah, look at it.
She's gonna play Gloria Grant. That's cool.
And Steven Weber looks like he's 107 years old.
Steven Weber has serious banana aging going on. God damn. And yeah, that's right. Ming-Na Wen will voice a villain named Hala. She really hasn't aged.
Nope.
It's weird.
Still fun. And she could karate kick your head off. So she's got that going for her. This looks cool, man. I like the cast. The cast of heroes. That's
What
good.
is this? A movie?
Yeah, it's a feature.
Movie?
Animated feature.
I hope it's good because Marvel doesn't do animation very well.
No, they do not. So I'm the art style looks great. So I'm hoping they nail it because it's some really cool characters and they're clearly workshopping them for movies. Like that's obvious.
This art style to me looks like Saturday morning, high produced Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, probably like XD, Disney XD type shit. Next up, Disney might actually not be able to pull their Marvel and Netflix shows to put them on their streaming service, at least not right away, just because of a contract. So they might just be sticking on Netflix and Hulu for the time. And then eventually, I guess when those contracts are over, they'll move them.
Well, I'll have both.
Yeah,
So
like this. Some people are like, well, I guess I just won't be seeing stuff on Disney. I'm like, I'm going to have both of them. Like, are we really now we're going to pretend like we're not getting a Disney one? All right, guys. $60 billion says you will. Please stop pretending you're a whore just like the rest of us.
I have principles.
No, you
I could do it.
No,
Well,
you're
'cause you
stubborn.
could- 'cause
That's
you
not
don't give a shit.
principle.
What?
I said that's not having principles. That's just being stubborn.
right.
Six on one hand.
You mispronounced obstinate.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Principle, goddammit.
I will not do this. But you like this. I said I won't do it. Fuck it. All right. Well, I mean, you're just not going to drink water. I mean, like, that's on you. Next up, first look at X-Men Dark Phoenix. A couple of images.
Don't.
I think Jennifer Lawrence looks better as Mystique. They changed the look. I think it looks good.
That's Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Why is she in this movie?
I don't know. Fuck you asking me, dumbass
You've
questions.
seen them all. Like,
Have you seen them all?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
He's a huge fan.
I will make sure you don't make it home tonight. As another podcast said, hey Micah, just stick around after the show. Fucking fist fight. Fuck out of here. So yeah, there are a couple of images released. There's a lot of things happening with this that make me very, very angry. One of which
There's a spaceship in this picture.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about that. So they're like, oh, the X-Men are going to space. Are they though? Because when I say go to space, I mean like a lot of the movie takes place in space. That's not what they mean. They are sending the X-Men to space for some random ass reason. And then
So that Jean Grey can get hit with cosmic rays and turn into the fucking lame ass Human Torch.
yeah, and then they come back and then shit goes left.
Yeah, that's all that is.
So Micah, if you had to guess, who would you say Jessica Chastain is playing?
If I had my druthers, this attractive redheaded woman should play the attractive redheaded X-Man.
Yes, but obviously she's not playing her. But I'm saying in this story, if Jessica Chastain is playing anybody.
Well, last I heard, she's
from
Lalandra. Last I heard.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Turns out she's most likely going to be the Skrull Queen because they're going to throw Skrulls into the story. Why? Because Marvel is going to do Skrulls in Captain America and Fox is shitty, so they're like, we're going to do it first. Just like they did with Quicksilver. That is exactly the same. I hate them, dude. I hope but I saw a thing, it was like pros and cons of Disney buying Fox. It was like, a lot of Fox employees are going to lose their job. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. You work for a shitbag company. Find another job.
I mean, look.
I actually don't hope you lose your job, but
all right, let's be fair, right?
Yes, let's be fair.
What's
and
fun
balanced.
in that? What's the fun in being fair?
Because
This is why we don't have listeners. This is our views.
this is why we don't have views. Because
Yeah,
we're fair. The fun in it is I get to set up the counter argument, and then you get to knock it down.
Yes, please do.
So
I love this game.
So, in terms of Skrulls being in this story that doesn't have Skrulls in it, the Marvel movies, one of them is named Age of Ultron. It has nothing to do with the comic that it is based on.
That's true.
And the main villain doesn't have the origin that he does in the comic book.
That is also true.
So that is the argument that is being presented. Okay, well, if Marvel can get away with that, why can't
Marvel can get away with that?
why can't Fox get away with telling a story that is inspired? Why can't Fox do a movie with a title or themes that are inspired by and not necessarily beat for beat like adaptation?
Because their movies suck.
Thank you. Next question. I would be okay with it if they had a level of consistency of quality. They don't.
Yeah, they have.
They don't. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, and I know this sounds crazy, I trust Fox less to make a quality comic book movie than I do WB at this point. I do. Because at least I think WB goes, hey, well, we tried and it just sucked. Fox is just like, I don't know, let's just do the Skrulls because they're doing the Skrulls. Like, that's not a reason. They're not in the fucking story. And the whole point is that the Shi'ite Empire is the main crux of that story. Of they're like, yo, we need to kill this fucking character. She's destroying planets. Like, nah, they're not gonna do that. They're just throwing them in. You think those Skrulls are gonna look good, by the way?
If
They're gonna look like Jennifer Lawrence but green.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna look like. They're gonna put like the scales on their chins instead of on their foreheads, and that's what they'll look like. I'm really upset that Jessica Chastain is in the X-Men universe and is not playing Marvel Girl Jean Grey.
Yeah, it seems like an obvious choice.
Yet?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen X-Men
No.
Apocalypse? The
No.
movie is terrible.
Don't,
I'm not even.
don't spoil it. We're gonna force him to watch it.
Not saying terrible as in like funny.
No, it's not good.
Like it's just a shitty fucking movie.
It really is, dude.
It's garbage.
I can't believe how bad it
rather
is.
watch The Room again than to watch that
I need to
shitty
see
ass
the
movie. Like I would. It sucks.
Well, because the expectation is this should be higher quality. It should be.
It's garbage. Like I can't.
It is.
Like,
It's not very
it's-
good.
Like the effects aren't good.
The effects are
Acting is terrible.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough breakdowns of that movie where I feel like I've seen it, and I refuse to watch the entire movie. I've seen.
It's just a bunch of swirling garbage. Like in the end, like the last scene is just like.
Yo, when
It's
she
fucking
walked
true.
off the edge and it was flying or whatever the fuck, yo, I almost fucking threw up.
Yo, I'm telling you, yo,
It was terrible.
I
don't know why people think this movie's gonna be good.
I have an idea of how to, easy idea of how you could just reboot this entire universe.
Save it.
Marvel.
Save it. We're gonna talk about that. All right. So yeah. So that's part of it. So let's move into movie and TV, and then we're gonna come back to the X-Men Dark Phoenix because there is a part that I really want to have a conversation about what the fundamentals of the X-Men are and how I know this movie isn't going to be good because Simon Kinberg does not get the core of what these characters are. And he proves it in this article. So movie and TV news this week. John Hamm wants to be Batman?
Whatever.
Why is he starting to sound like Tim the
Tim
Toolman?
the Toolman Taylor.
John Hamm is actively pursuing the role of Batman, according to Radar Online. Hamm is reported jockeying to be the actor to replace the Town co-star Ben Affleck. That was a weird
Town
pull. Really?
co-star?
No, that was
The
like
fuck?
14 years ago, my guy. Like, what are you doing?
That was interesting.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? John Hamm replacing Affleck, who is definitely not leaving, but totally is leaving.
I don't mind it at all. John Hamm is would have been my choice for Reed Richards had I been casting this movie, and then a couple years ago. He's got a Batman vibe to him.
He does.
Like he seems like the type of guy that can be Bruce Wayne, right? Like,
Yo, I mean,
the ideal
fucking Mad Men is fucking Bruce Wayne.
The ideal
It is.
is to have John Hamm as Bruce Wayne and flashback to Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne.
Yes,
Like keep that casting, like because they look the
they
same.
look alike. Yeah.
So yeah, look, I'd be very interested to see it. Like I don't have a problem with Ben Affleck as Batman. He was the best part, but of the Batman versus Superman. But I don't know. Kevin Conroy has fucked me up with Batman voices, right?
Because it's so good.
Because it's so good. The only one that comes close to it is Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Like, because Christian Bale doesn't have a good Batman voice, right?
No, it's terrible.
He doesn't. Val Kilmer doesn't.
Val Kilmer didn't change his voice.
Right. He was like, yo, I'm Val Kilmer.
I'll get drive-through. Like, shut up, nigga. And George Clooney doesn't have a good Batman voice either. So,
Card? Chicks take the card.
Right. Like,
card. I was like, yeah, why is he have a Batman?
None of them have.
What bank is that from, dog? What bank is it from? It's not from Bank of America.
Wayne Bank. He has his own bank.
None of them have gotten it right. Right.
Yeah,
But
Affleck's voice is a little.
it's overly modular. Like, I get what they were trying to do with the technology, but now, especially in Justice League, it's overly modular. Like, you sound like a fucking robot, dude.
Yeah, it's not good.
God damn it! God damn it! That movie, fuck that movie, yo.
Which one? Justice League.
All of them not named Wonder Woman.
Oh,
What about Man of Steel?
I like Man of Steel.
I like Man of Steel. It was fine.
See, I think it's better.
Retroactively, I don't like it because of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jeez.
I mean, it does do a lot of damage to that universe. But look, I think this picture alone, like, that's Bruce Wayne to me. Like, that looks like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah,
He's got the look. He certainly has the fucking chin.
Yeah, he's got the chin.
He looks like he could take a punch in the face. And he's a big guy. Like, I think body wise, like he's a big enough guy to play that role. I'm fine with it. Like, look, Affleck doesn't want to be there. It's obvious. So fucking put a guy who wants to be there. And apparently he's so desperate to be in that role that he's quietly, carefully courting Matt Reeves for months. Yo, that's the perfect time to switch Batman. Is when Reeves' trilogy starts. New guy, done. And then just roll him back into the main DCEU going forward. It's not that hard.
if there is one.
Well, we're going to talk about that as well, because I don't know what DC's doing. But again, DC makes perfect moves and everything they do is great.
What?
Some people believe that.
Some people are not bright.
Yeah, like, no, your team is fucking up. They are fucking up. All right, X-Men Dark Phoenix timeline revealed. They will be going to space. Like I said, they're going to go to space in the beginning. She's going to get hit with fucking cosmic rays. And then that'll trigger off this big thing. And then the Skrull Queen apparently will come and be like, you need to put your dog down. So here's my problem with this article, or with this information. It says, and I quote, in keeping with the trend of the Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix takes place about 10 years after the events of X-Men Apocalypse in 1992. Okay.
So it's 2002 now? Or when did Apocalypse take place?
80s, in the 80s.
Oh, okay. So
80,
now it's
80
the 90s.
what?
82. Because remember, they walk out, they saw...
That's right, because the one before that was the 70s, and then apparently nothing happens for a decade. And then this one happens in the 80s, and then nothing happens for another decade, and this is the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what they do for 10 years. Just play basketball or whatever? I don't know.
So the costuming for X-Men Apocalypse was from 1982.
Yes.
Continue. Go continue, please, Adam. I'm closing.
Well, I thought their regular clothes were pretty 80s.
82?
Yeah, which would be a little bit more 70s, I guess.
Yeah, it was 82.
Yeah.
Like, I was still rocking shit that looked like it was from the 70s when I was 1, my nigga.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I just
Like,
was.
why does Baby Terrence have on like a bell bottom short set? Like, I don't know. Again,
He's fucking garbage.
it's not good.
I didn't.
Because they make that joke. They're like about
Star Wars joke.
Star. They're like, the third one isn't as good as the second one. I was like, but that's your movie right now. Like, great writing. So it's okay. So it says at this point in time, this is 1992, which is when Dark Phoenix will take place. At this point in time, the X-Men are national heroes, with James McAvoy's Charles Xavier landing on the cover of Time magazine. His growing ego begins to put the crew in danger, and blah 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 blah. Okay, the X-Men are national heroes. So I wrote on Twitter, I was like, has Simon Kinberg read an X-Men comic book before? And someone responded, they were like, well, have you seen the movies before? You know, they're different. Different doesn't necessarily mean wrong. But see, here's the problem. The core of what the X-Men are is that they're outsiders. They are seen as dangerous by people like the Friends of Humanity, by the general uninformed populace. People are afraid of them.
Yeah, it's an allegory.
And let me just pull up my fucking tweet because I will read to you exactly what I wrote.
I mean, it's like
I don't know why this is hard.
I mean, it's the very like I understand like taking creative license and stuff like that.
Sure.
But yeah, it's an allegory. Like it's like not having Uncle Ben die or resurrecting Uncle Ben.
Right.
Like you take the whole point of that character
away.
Right. Like it's like
allow me to read my quote. It misses what makes them outsiders. The X-Men are seen as villains by groups like Friends of Humanity and the uninformed populace. It's a metaphor for minorities. So yeah, it's actually wrong. Like, yeah, it's wrong for them to be national heroes. That's like saying, like, hey, in a Batman movie, he just takes off his fucking mask and walks around during the day. It's like, I'm Batman, guys. Like, that's not the character, dum-dum.
Well, he did in Justice League. Remember? Hey, I'm looking for Aquaman. Yeah, okay, Bruce Wayne. What the fuck? Like,
shut up, dude.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry. These stupid people don't speak English. Like, nah, bro, we do.
A bat costume, huh, bro?
Yo, he really did say that shit.
Straight up
broad fucking daylight.
Right.
So you dress up like a bat, huh, my nigga? Like, thanks, you fucking asshole. Now everybody knows who I am. Good job. Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead
and just jump in the ocean real quick.
I'm gonna bounce.
I'll let you later.
So you're gonna swim in your jeans? Like, yeah, I'm gonna swim in my jeans.
I don't need this shirt, but I gotta keep my pants on.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
PG-13 and all. Like, yeah, can't throw it out there.
That movie's ridiculous.
It really is.
That movie's so fucking dumb, man.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, so they're going to be national heroes.
All right.
Please sign this contract, Disney. Please hurry up.
Is it going to be the same people playing the characters 10 years later?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were, I mean, I guess, how old is Sophie Turner?
21.
So she's going to be like 26 in the movie.
Yeah.
26, 27.
I mean, with makeup, you can make women look older. Yeah.
National Heroes is kind of odd. I'm very curious to hear someone tell me.
I was just saying that you're not going to see
right.
this. I'm
very curious to hear someone tell me what the plot synopsis of the film is going to be, because I'm not even going to bother reading it. That's too much brain power.
And they're going to go into space on a space shuttle because that's what this looks like.
Why are they going to space?
I don't know. She's going to get hit with whatever the fuck, and then she's going to come back.
When did the Challenger blow up?
86.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's too late.
So she's going to come back, and she's going to be seen as a villain because she's got these crazy superpowers, and that's when they're going to start hitting them again.
I don't know why
it's going to work.
I don't know why the whole.
What the fuck does
I don't know.
Professor X have to do anything?
Do you know the whole
Why is he on the
point?
cover of Time? What the fuck?
Do you know what the whole point of like Jean Grey being the Phoenix was?
I do not.
I do.
So Jean Grey was like the quintessential like good girl. Like she was the good girl in school, right? For years. So what do you do to shake a character who is the good girl up? Like a drastic change needs to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do? You make her a slut. Right, like that's. I mean, it's
Yeah,
essentially
like they literally dress her up provocatively. Like,
right, like that's essentially what she is. Right, like she goes to the Hellfire Club. She does what that girl does in that movie that we just did on Black Cinema. She has a complete 180, and now she's Dark Phoenix. She's Black Phoenix.
Oh.
And that's and that was the whole point of it. Like, oh shit, like this character who has been this thing for years is now a totally different character, and now I'm more interested in this character.
Right, and it gave her, in fairness, it gave her depth.
It did give her depth. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and I shouldn't say she turned her into a slut. Like, but it completely turned her personality. That was the impact that that the Dark Phoenix saga had, right? You don't have that impact with this. This would be like
It's not earned.
This would be like Chris Evans as Captain America doing the Hydra thing now. Like, oh well, it turns out I've been working for Hydra all along.
I mean, it wouldn't
make sense.
It wouldn't make sense, but it would be at least more.
But
earned.
it would be impactful. You would feel it. You would be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like you would be mad. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it would be that example was perfect. But if you had him become Hydra Cap instead of doing Winter Soldier, like he showed up, he was in his movie Avengers. It's like now he's evil. You're like, God damn, like already.
Yeah, like what the fuck happened?
Like, dude, he hasn't even had a chance to be a good guy,
right,
for a while. And that's the thing is Sophie Turner just showed up.
Yeah, she's been in one movie, right?
One movie, that's it. It's not earned, and there are other stories to tell. But
you can tell so many other stories. You can take any general story and just put a coat of X-Men paint on it, and
yeah. But there's also good X-Men stories too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe try making one where Magneto is just the villain 100% and not like, sort of we like him, so we're not going to really make him the villain. But then he's going to turn on you in the end, dun, dun, dun. Then he'll fly off into space in some fucking heap of garbage or whatever.
Like even Thor, the last Thor movie made fun of that shit, right? Like, but you're just going to turn on me, Loki. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like,
dude, I get it now.
We've done this dance for years.
He's like, no, not this time. Oh, really? Stab. Like, oh, I knew it. Yeah. So, okay, everybody. This makes me very happy. Bryan Singer has been kicked out of Fox. I don't like his face. Bryan Singer's production company, Bad Hat Harry, was forced to vacate all of its offices off the 20th Century Fox lot, because he was fired from directing Rhapsody, which is the Freddie Mercury Queen biopic, starring Rami Malek, because he was conflicting with Malek so much on set. So they canned him. But I just saw breaking news, which this isn't a surprise. Bryan Singer sued for alleged 2003 sexual assault of a teen, promised acting roles in exchange for silence.
Yo.
I have a feeling that this is what it was really about. They were like, yeah, Rami Malek, you gotta go. They're like, oh, yeah, we've seen these fucking orgies and all this other crazy shit you've been into with teen boys, you fucking freak show. No, he's a pedophile. Get out of here.
Yeah, fuck him, yo.
Get out of here. You make terrible movies too, my guy. Fuck off.
Right. All right. Good.
You had the usual suspects.
You had the usual suspects, and then
that's not because that movie's not good because of him. It's good because of Chris McQuarrie.
Everybody said you were a fucking genius, and
they were wrong.
And it went to your head, and you were like, "Whoa, I'm a genius. I can fuck boys." Like what?
That's not what that role means at all. You could just, date.
There are so many grown men that you can fuck, Bryan Singer. Fuck one of them.
He's also into women. Just fuck.
Just fuck adults, yo.
Should that be the title? Just fuck adults, yo. Like, why is it so hard for you, man? This shit is ridiculous. Stop trying to fuck children. Why is this so difficult? She said, he's 17. All right. Wait till next year. Like, it's still creepy.
And that's still right. Like, that's still.
Look, by the way, if you watch barely legal porn, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, you are, yo.
I don't like that shit. I don't even like looking at porn. Like, when I go to Pornhub and it's like teen stones, I'm like, bypass. I'm not watching that. Get out of here. No, teen means you have teen at the end of the number that. Nah, fuck that. Nope. Nah, I'm good. How about grown ass woman? Where's the MILF section? Or blacked. They have a new one called Blacked Raw. Those are pretty good too.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're not like overly produced like the black.
Yeah, the black ones. I'm like, yo, did Martin Scorsese do this?
Right,
like too much white in this fucking.
Too much fucking bloom lighting and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, just get a fucking camcorder and a GoPro like light on top of that bitch. Just get down to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Overproduced porn. Like, why?
It literally is overproduced. It has that overproduced NBC schlock.
Yeah. It's like,
I am not here.
You wasted all that money.
Look,
No
all
one
I'm
is
gonna
watching
do
it for the fucking
look,
avant-garde.
look, I'm fast forwarding to like blowjob.
right. I don't need the 5 minutes of setup about why the fuck you're here and some big ass black dude just happens to come to your all white house.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. They're really setting up a lot of contrast. And it's like never a light skinned black dude. They find like the most Wesley Snipes ass looking dude. They're like, how black can you get?
They fucking reach into the darkness and pull out a shadow and say, look, start fucking this white woman. Like, all right, well.
I mean, it is a job.
It is what it is.
Blowjob is still a job. Yeah, they spend way. I would love to see what the budget is for a blacked video. It's got to be.
I guess you just get the high end camera, and then you just.
But like the lighting is like really good. I'm like, yo, this is.
Yeah.
Like this
weird.
is like this is too good for me to just jerk off to. Like, why isn't this in a museum or like getting an Oscar or something? Like,
make me watch the entire thing because it's not gonna happen. Dog.
You're right.
Like,
you're wasting, dude. You're wasting a lot of time here. Like. Just do hard cuts, man. Like, hi, blowjob, doggy style cum shot. All right, yeah, we're done. We're done. Let's just wrap it up.
Oh Lord.
He's my music teacher. He knows how to play the oboe, and I'm going to learn too. Like, all right, well, that's fine. I love his woodwind instruments. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Great writing. It's fucking ridiculous. We talked about the Jessica Chastain thing. Which is
it's kind of weird. That's
so, we'll see if it's confirmed, but yeah, I don't like that.
I would really like to see a grown up X-Men, and like she would be high up on the list of people I would want to see in it. But
yeah, absolutely. Next up, Quentin Tarantino has pitched Paramount an idea for a new Star Trek movie, and he might direct it. Really? All
right, look. The easy joke here is that it's going to be like an R-rated Star Trek movie, right?
Right, which it will not be.
You're going to have fucking, the Klingons will be the black people of the universe. And
does this look like, does my house have a dead Klingon storage sign on it? Like, yeah, you take all of Tarantino's lines.
Like, what's Klingon for nigga? Nigga. Like, wait a minute. Like,
yeah, he going to get away with that shit.
Is it nigga or nigga? Like, you can't have a hard on that bitch. You can't get away with that shit, Quentin. The fuck out of here, yo.
Do you want to see Quentin Tarantino direct a Star Trek movie?
I would.
That's a wild choice. I like the idea.
I would, just because it is something like
different.
Yeah, very different.
So out of the box.
Different.
I would absolutely watch it.
I mean, here's the thing. Quentin Tarantino gets a hard time because his movies are controversial, and they certainly use language that is
yeah, you don't get a pass, by the way, bro. Like, just because I like your movies, like, it is uncalled for you to be calling people nigga as much as you do.
Yeah, that's true. Look, the only time I thought it was really, I mean, it made sense was in Django. I'm like, what are they supposed to be like? Hey, fella, like, nigga, it's slavery. Like, that's what they did. That's when they, that was the origin story for that word. Like, they really used it a lot. So
yeah, but like, he uses it like a fucking pronoun. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a common.
Yeah, like,
I mean, he couldn't wait to use that shit in Hateful Eight. Like,
oh, good lord, man.
That's all right. Samuel L. Jackson got the last laugh on that. He killed everybody, which was great.
Killed everybody and had a racist ass general's son suck his dick.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yo, that was the fucking intermission when I saw that in theaters. It was like, and then this happened. It was like intermission. I was like, yo. I love that movie. It's so good. Because it's just acting. It's just great acting.
Yo, there's a World War Z video game coming. What? There's a World War Z video game coming. I have the Game Awards on my phone. So
okay. I would play that if it's good. By that I mean I won't play it. I don't play the game. I'll play Tomb Raider 3 when that comes out. Got announced today. Congratulations. It's the one game I play every 5 years. Yeah, look, I actually kind of like the idea. It'll be an interesting thing for him to be forced to kind of work in that sort of PG-13 world too. Yeah. And see how clever he is. Look, I mean, again, I think Tarantino is easily one of the best directors in a generation. Like, he just is. he is the definition of an auteur, like Spike Lee is.
Yeah.
Right? Like his movies, like a Tarantino
when
movie
you
the
see
second
it.
it comes on.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'll see it, man. Absolutely. But he's working with J.J. Abrams, so it's not like he's out there like swinging for the fences on his own. But it sucks because I'd love to see Justin Lin come back because the last Star Trek was great. It was really it was.
Seen the last two Star Trek.
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually very, very good. I may actually sit and watch that again. Next up, the DCEU is restructuring yet again, much like their comics that they have to reboot every 10 years. Following the box office disappointment of their latest feature, Justice League, I didn't say it, they said it.
How much has that made?
It has only made $572 million.
Did it make its money back?
Sure.
Like
I don't think so. It needs to make. I think it needs to make 700 or 750. The talk is to break even, or to turn a profit, not to break even, turn a profit. So it's made $572 million worldwide, and it is the lowest grossing DCEU movie by $100 million.
But it's not over yet. It's the run is not done yet, right?
I
How long
know.
has it been in the movie there? 2, 3 weeks?
No, like 4 weeks.
Oh, damn. Oh, well, never mind.
It was released in the States November 17th. It was released in Beijing October 26th.
Yeah.
So it's been about 3 weeks.
The budget was $300 million.
Yo.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
All those reshoots.
Reshoots.
That's
yeah.
what cost them the money.
And they had to get rid of Superman's mustache when they could have just went to the fucking CVS, spent $4.99 to get a fucking Bic and take care of that shit.
No, they couldn't.
Why?
Yo,
Why
I would have done it and then came to work on Mission Impossible 6 with a Groucho Marx mustache because fuck you, I'm Superman.
That's what I'm saying.
the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, Paramount
They
was
had
like,
to digitally remove his mustache?
yeah,
Yeah.
because Paramount was like,
You didn't notice it?
I-
Like his weird, like,
yeah, he looked so strange.
Yeah, he
The
had-
funny thing is, they could have done it. They could have easily done it, but the problem was they didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough time to do it well. Or you can put facial hair on someone. That is digitally easier to do than take it off.
Yeah.
But Paramount had
was being
a
dick. Paramount was being dicks.
They were like, no. It's more important that he has a mustache in Mission Impossible 6.
He just has a mustache in Mission Impossible?
That's
Who
a-
just wears a mustache?
He's
And
a
he
villain.
looks weird
That's
too.
fucking weird.
He looks like a buff ass Ned Flanders.
It's like, yo, why are you so swole? Like, hello? Like, oh, that seems weird. Yeah, so they spent a shit ton of money on those. But so apparently, John.
How long does it take to grow a mustache? Was he doing it simultaneously?
He
Well,
was
no.
done shooting and then went on to another job.
Yeah, and then
Mission
they had to bring him back
Oh,
for
they
all
had
the
to bring him back
reshoots.
for- Oh.
That's why.
Wow, well.
Yeah. Here's the thing: in the future, make sure all your reshoots are done before you grow that mustache.
Like a mustache in itself doesn't take that long to grow.
I wouldn't know. This is as good as it gets right here.
Like the rest of it is what's bothersome.
Yeah, right here, buddy. That's a solid week's worth of growth.
It takes a while for me to grow too. That's why I would cut it.
How long does it take you to grow that? 4 days?
No, I wish. It doesn't grow as much. This is pretty much it. Like I would like something a little more fuller, but I can't. And because shit just is, it looks like somebody slashed my fucking face. Like it grows in patches.
Yeah.
Which is for the longest time I just rocked a goatee and a mustache.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck this shit.
No, I
I'm
have to.
tired.
I am generally. This is from pure laziness.
Fu Manchu going on.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, you're 100% Native American, so it makes sense. Yeah. So
Wow.
they're saying that
Petty.
they are going to restructure the DC films, possibly take them from being independent under WB and putting them under the main arm of WB, which is not how.
More studio control.
Right.
How's that going to make them better?
I don't know. I really don't. But they're So the current head of DC Films, John Berg, will be shifted to a different position in the studio, where he'll be working with the production partner from It, Roy Lee, while his replacement will be brought on to work with Jeff Johns to head up the DC part. But again, they're going to shift it under the main line of WB.
How the fuck is that supposed to help?
I honestly don't know. I think maybe John Berg wasn't very good.
It's like the FBI coming in and taking over jurisdiction.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
I will be
Shooting out the lights.
I have to say I am probably the only person who believes this, but I think the future of the DCEU is a lot brighter than people think. I think most of it has to do with just letting Snyder fucking have the reins, and I think that's a real problem. And when you gave it to Patty Jenkins, look what you got.
The solution is not to give everything to Patty Jenkins, by the way.
No, that is not the solution. That's a crazy solution.
But I just want to put that out there, just in case some exec is listening at WB.
You're like, oh, that's what they mean. Okay, just give No, that's not what we mean. It means actually spread it around.
This one thing worked once. Let's just do it again.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what it is.
Run it into the ground
until the biggest movie we've ever done in this genre makes $500 million. Do you realize that Deadpool will make more money? And it's Deadpool and it's R-rated. It made $785 million.
Yo, that's sad.
Yeah.
Like, it really is sad.
I mean, look, the movie never had a chance because it's Frankenstein. Like, it never had a chance to really pull itself out of the ground.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 2 movies, and then then they were like, nope, you got to make it 1 movie, and it must be under 2 hours. And
that's crazy. Like we talked about on the show last week, like it should have been 2.5 hours.
It should have been longer.
Yeah,
for
which
once.
is weird.
Right.
Yeah, very weird.
It didn't give it enough time, and
very weird.
Then again, the movie that I watched, I wouldn't have wanted to watch 2.5 hours.
That is also correct.
So.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you gonna do?
Right. But it leaves enough for potential.
I think that was really the best you could ask for.
Yep.
And that's all you got. Next up, Lucasfilms openly offers Taika Waititi a Star Wars film. Like, yo, we saw Thor. You want to do a Star Wars movie?
Have either of you seen Hunt for the Wilder People?
I have not. It's on Amazon now.
Watch it. Seriously.
I want to watch both of his movies are on Amazon, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I'll see what we do in the Shadows.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I really want to watch it. But Hunt for the Wilder People, we were like, all right, this looks kind of funny. And we got in there. It was hysterical, man.
Really?
Oh, it's hysterical. That little kid steals he's a star, right? But he is so hilarious in that movie with Dr. Ian, not Ian Malcolm. What's Sam Neill's character in Jurassic Park?
I forget, but yeah.
Yeah, yo, it's because Sam Neill is still playing a grumpy old man.
Yeah,
and you put those two together, it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. Any idea what you would want Taika Waititi to direct in Star Wars? So let's say it's not a mainline Star Wars movie, but something in that universe. Just anything.
I mean, I guess Bounty Hunter movie is the easiest one, right?
That's my thought exactly.
But I don't want Boba Fett to have anything to do with it.
Impossible.
Oh, all right. Well, if you have Boba Fett in it, like you have to have a comic foil, right? You got to have his Korg. You know what I mean? Like
voiced by Taika Waititi.
Why not?
You know what? Fuck it. Put Korg in it.
Yeah,
Everyone
put Korg in it. Yeah, why the fuck not?
MCU in Star Wars.
But you need that odd couple relationship. And look, Boba Fett's a loner, so I don't know how you're going to do this, but you got to force those two together. You have to force that relationship.
Yeah, because he doesn't talk.
That's really where the comedy is, right? And then whatever they're they got to be chasing like another person.
It's got to be, it's a droid.
Yeah,
making a droid, just like the fucking droid from Rogue One.
Yeah,
it's got Alan Tudyk. Like he was a dick.
But you need another But I feel like you need to have that droid paired up with another person because he's really good with like 2-person like relationships. And I feel like, okay, this odd couple has to chase down this odd couple. And I think that could work as your A and B story. And then they eventually converge at the end of the movie.
See, I was thinking, and I like that idea, putting Boba Fett with somebody. Like, the droid from Rogue One would be perfect. Like, Alan Tudyk's character, like, had real personality. He was really, really funny and stuff like that. Pair him up with something like that, or you know, a human character or whatever. But make it so that they have to join up because there is this MacGuffin, whatever that MacGuffin is. And there's a bunch of bounty hunters, right? And they're all going for it. And it's, you know what? Basically like a little bit more serious version of Wacky Racers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're all trying to get to the Death Star, whatever the fuck. Who cares? You know, make up some space bullshit.
We got to get the Kyber crystal because someone wants to put it in their lightsaber and they're going to pay a lot of money. Like, all right, whatever.
Like, whatever. Or you could say, like, you have to do this thing and you can't, you know, it's like an unnamed client, you know, a mystery client is asking to get this thing. And then the reveal is they get the thing at the end and they go to turn it in. And that person is like a major character in the fucking universe. You know, like that's a way to connect them and just be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just do that and just have like a Wacky Races. And, you know, it's like, you've got like some comedic characters, you've got some like villain characters and some serious ones. They run into Sith, they run into, like, they can run into anything or not. Like, it doesn't matter. They're trading secrets or money and stuff like that. And just make it gritty and funny. Like, there's no reason why basically that world they were on Thor isn't kind of like the basics, you know, basis of this movie.
Yeah, and it would be funny for them to travel through the devil's anus to have to get there.
Right. So, yeah, I think Watiti would definitely be able to pull it off. And look, I'm sure that he will gladly take up the role of doing a Star Wars movie. Like, they've never had a minority person direct a Star Wars movie. They barely have minorities in Star Wars movies. There's been 2 of them.
There's 2.
Or 3.
In the whole 3 in the whole galaxy.
Yeah. Every trilogy gets 1 black guy. That's it. 1 per billion people in the galaxy. Shit's racist. Y'all fucking up. All right. Next up. All right, the Fox Disney deal is getting closer and closer. For all shits and giggles, let's say that this is happening. I think this is about a 99% chance of happening at this point, just from all the stuff that I've been reading. Basically, they wouldn't get Fox Sports, they would not get Fox News, and they would not get the
probably
Fox.
Don't want Fox News.
Oh, the Murdochs aren't giving up Fox News anyway. I'd be like, we're buying and shutting it down.
That's what I would do. If I could buy, I'm like, yeah, we're just going to blow it up. Literally.
Yeah, guess what? We called Jeff Bezos to give us a loan. He said, blow it up. It's fine. So they don't get Fox Sports. They don't get Fox News. And they don't get the Fox Broadcasting Channel because Disney's not allowed to own more than one broadcasting channel, right? On regular television. However, they get all of Fox's cable shit and all of their movie assets.
FX and all that.
Yep. They get it all. So the deal is supposed to be worth upwards of $60 billion. Again, Jeff Bezos could buy that and still have $40 billion left over. And I think he would still be the richest man in the world.
No, I think Bill Gates is like 80-something billion.
Oh, is he at 80 now?
Like
okay.
that.
Oh, no, I only have 40 billion. How will I ever survive? Buy more Amazon Echoes. But let's say this is happening. What are your thoughts on this, Micah? Let me rephrase that. How turgid are you to know that the Fantastic Four, and more importantly, Doom?
That's for you folks on video.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too excited about this.
I understand.
Yet, but,
I understand.
The thought of it is very, 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 very good.
Are you shaking? Are you okay?
I'm very excited just thinking about it. Yeah, I wonder. I just wonder what they would do and who they would cast, and it's like being a kid knowing that like Christmas is coming and you have no idea what you're getting,
and Santa is real.
Right. Right.
Like you've been hearing about him all this time. Turns
right,
out.
Right. So and look, the Fantastic Four, I'm not like a huge Fantastic Four fan. I do like the concept of the Fantastic Four.
Sure.
And that they are a family who come together to but I only care about my favorite character being in a movie that is done by the people who created him. Like, that's it.
Reed Richards.
That's fuck off. That's what I want. And I can't wait to see it, right? Like, I can't wait to see what he's gonna look like, right? What he's gonna look like, what he's gonna sound like, who's gonna play him? Like, are they gonna think of someone that I think of, or are they going to do something completely off the wall? Would they make my dreams come true and cast me?
No. I can stand relatively sure that
I
it
will
would not
keep
be.
the mask on. No one will have to know. I'll know. Look, yo, don't cast me. Let me be a stand-in.
Would you just want to be a Doombot?
Yo, I'll be a Doombot.
This is close to Dr.
Fuck
Doom.
it. And then right, like, okay, you can have like Latveria and Wakanda don't get along.
Yeah, buddy.
They don't get along at all. And Doom fucking wants vibranium. And in one comic, he fucking invades Wakanda because he's like, yo, I want that.
And Doom War, right?
Yeah. He was like, yo, let me see that vibranium real quick.
Right.
Let me see that vibranium real quick. And then he fucking goes over there and makes a fucking vibranium suit. And the ending is kind of whack, but like, there's so much drama that you can bring there, right? Like,
Yo, Doom versus Black Panther would be the most insane fucking thing in the MCU.
Doom is such a good universal villain.
Yes.
For, like, he's literally been an antagonist for everybody.
Yeah, like he's a Fantastic Four villain, but it's like there's a comic somewhere where he is just pissed on somebody's lawn for every character.
All right, if you want to make it big, like if you want like Infinity Gauntlet levels of threat from Doom, like, hey, let Doom get that surfboard. Like, make that surfboard a force to be reckoned with. Make the Silver Surfer the force to be reckoned with that he is, and let Doom get that surfboard. And now you're like, oh shit, like there's your world, menace.
Right.
Like, I could ramble on and on and on and on and on about this. Go ahead.
Terrence, what is the thing that you want to see the most if this happens?
I just want to see the X-Men done right.
There you go.
Honestly.
Are you more concerned about the X-Men being done right, or do you just want to see the X-Men make it into Marvel versus Capcom Infinite?
Yes.
Yo, I mean,
look, I saw a couple people. They were
honestly,
like,
I didn't even think about that.
They were like, so is that
so
happening?
we getting something, my nigga?
that's what that means.
Storm.
All of them.
That's what that means,
Yeah,
man.
honestly, that does. You know what? I didn't even think about that.
Allow me to throw out another thing. Because of all the rights and things like that, you can never truly do this. In the reboot of the X-Men, you could use the 90s cartoon theme because they own it all now.
Yo, that theme is synonymous with the X-Men.
If they use that in fucking X-Men Dark Phoenix, I will be so angry. I will be furious because that movie does not deserve to use that fucking awesome music. But when Marvel hopefully gets all this and they bring in the X-Men, if you do not play that theme music, you are fucking up.
Some way, shape, or form.
You gotta play it, dude. You gotta play it.
You gotta do it once. It's got to be in the third act where the big fight is.
Yep.
And it's got to fade in, right? Like Cyclops is over there handing out orders. Storm is over telling her the fucking gold team or blue team or whatever. And just in the background. And then Cyclops is like, all right, team, move out. Yo, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude. $1 million idea right there. Yo, how hyped would people be? Like, and see, this is the thing. is when Danny Elfman did the Superman theme and then took the Batman theme.
They fucking blew it. They wasted it. They wasted it, man.
Yeah, you didn't even remember.
You didn't even hear it.
Like,
you didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Like it was the part when he was on the roof, right? And he shows up and Commissioner Gordon is there.
In the Batman part, but the Superman theme was when he got back up and he was beating the shit out of the rest of the Justice League.
You know, when he was evil.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. I don't remember hearing it.
Of course you didn't. Because they fucking blew it.
You
know when they should have used it? When he fucking came in and sucker punched Steppenwolf.
Yeah. That was the right. He was like, I'm tired of this guy. Or like, anybody need help with this guy or something like that?
He was like, you know what I like more? Justice. Yo, they blew it, yo. They blew it. They blew the whole thing.
And it was the one thing that if they had gotten right, it probably would have got no 4 out of 5 from me, dude. Because it would have been so good.
Apparently
he wore the fucking black suit. They cut it. He did wear it. A guy from the fucking set was like, yes, he did have a number of scenes in the fucking black suit, and they cut it.
Yo, there's very few pieces of music that are synonymous with like a fictional character that is then
iconic,
right? Than that John Williams music to Superman, and I don't get it, yo. I don't get it. They blew the death of Superman and they blew his return. Yeah. Like ain't nobody having babies around here because they're shooting their loads way too early.
Oh, they're watching too many black videos. So my dentist decided to come over. And oh shit! I didn't think. Oh. All this blue lighting. It's too much. Yeah, I don't get it, man. But look, if you're Disney, how, Micah, you alluded to this earlier. How do you roll in the X-Men? This is a super interesting question. It is the $1 million question. Is how do you get the X-Men to be rolled into that universe where it makes sense? By the way, people who think that they're not going to bring the X-Men in, you're crazy. Crazy.
I wouldn't even necessarily it's easy to bring the X-Men in. Like the X-Men depends on how old you want to make them, right? Like, all right,
adults.
The X-Men were if you wanna do like early X-Men, they were in upstate New York and they are isolated because they are very special kids who Charles is very protective of them and for fear of the outside world. He's very, very protective. Mm-hmm. And one of them or a couple of them decide, hey, they want to play hooky and they get off of the grounds of the school, right? And they just take a road trip or whatever and somebody's power manifests and shit like that. And then that's how they're exposed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And these are like young X-Men. Meanwhile, Charles goes up to his adult X-Men, Cyclops, Storm, Jean, and all them, says, all right, look, we have been exposed. Like, because they were already walking around. But those X-Men can hide their powers, right?
Right.
You know, Scott can put on some fucking glasses and pretend to be a blind guy or whatever. Yeah. But now they are exposed to the world. Mm. And it's up to the adult X-Men to rescue those kids who were exposed and are being harassed or illegally detained or whatever.
Friends of Humanity.
Right. And that's the beginnings of the Friends of Humanity because no one knew about the X-Men.
Right. Well, what you could do is you could have the Friends of Humanity be like a fringe
group,
and they're like conspiracy. There's like, no, there's definitely people, and they like the fucking map and all this other shit, and all, like
fuck it, make them neo-Nazis as far as I'm concerned.
That's basically what
that's basically what they are.
Yeah, just Friends of Humanity from the alt-right,
and have them be led by fucking Bobby Spencer. Who the fuck cares?
Oh, no, I throw it right in their face. I'd be like, yeah. And here's him just like showing his little frog, and then a fucking X-Men just punches him in the mouth.
Right.
Punk ass bitch, get out of here.
Right.
God, that guy probably felt so good punching him in the face.
He didn't hit him hard enough.
He didn't hit him hard enough. Because he had to
he had to jump over.
Yeah, he had to jump over somebody.
Yeah, no.
Like, I just want somebody to just get like,
Catch him right up under his nose. Nose going
Yeah, like that. Like that.
Going to jail.
Yeah. I want him to get hit like that white guy got hit from that bouncer who was like, "Hey, can I have some of your cereal or whatever?"
No, he was like,
bullshit
"Can I
he
give
told-
you a kiss?" And the guy was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, sure." You can go ahead and eat the lead. He was like, he hit that dude. You know, I gotta watch that video. That shit was amazing. He punched the shit out of that kid, man. It's a prank, bro. Yeah, it was a prank. Mm-hmm. Come on over
Yeah,
here.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, and he just went right back to his soup. Like the soup is delicious. It's a prank, bro. Now, how do you explain with the mutants? How do you explain their hatred? Well, I guess their hatred and fear of them coincides with the Inhumans as well, because they're part of the MCU at this point too.
Wait, repeat that question.
So, like, the Inhumans are also hated,
Yeah,
and people fear them because they're just the stand-ins right now
because they're the X-Men, right?
Right. So I guess you just roll them into the same thing. But like, how do you explain the difference? You know, like
the same way you do with any different cultures. One culture, in this case, the Moon people, call themselves Inhumans, and another culture, in this case, upstate New Yorkers, call themselves the X-Men. But they're the same thing.
oh, so you're just saying they're just
Yeah, they're all the same. You already have a stand-in, like you said. They just call them something different.
All right, that's fair.
And that's how you do that. Like that's how you get rid of that messy situation, because they don't need to be, they don't need to be different. You know, they can just be called different, something different.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not.
We just watched the video. It was so fast, too.
Yo, he hit that dude so hard.
Yo, it was like I was waiting for fucking
Boom! God damn.
And that's the right response too, yo. Like, ladies, watch this video and see what just be careful because niggas are crazy.
Yo, because he didn't really even follow through. He stopped right at his jaw, so that shit just resonated in your entire skull. That dude loves
like a brick.
Yo, he loves punching people, yo. That dude loves it. He probably watches videos of people punching people all day and jerks off to it. He's like, yo, I'm gonna punch somebody tonight, boy. I can't. Watch this. Bam! Got him. That punch is amazing. It's a prank, bro. Yeah, it's hilarious.
That's why your jaw's on the floor.
Yo, you're lucky you didn't fucking cut your tongue off.
Yeah, you may not have a tongue. We don't know.
He did. He died just like an Iron Man died in that fucking trailer. Fuck out of here. By the way, you weren't here. What did you think of that trailer?
It was pretty great, man. Like Terrence said, Thanos is a nigga and a wife beater, and that's the only image I have in my head, right? Like,
shit was funny.
Well, that and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
because it's like somebody came into it's like Thanos came home to see his girl. He came out of lockup to find his girl fucking Iron Man. It's just like, yo, I'm gonna hit you with my bare hand, not even the metal hand that I have. I'm gonna hit you with my bitch smacking hand. And he just fucking does it quick as shit, just like goes, like, oh shit. Like,
I think he did.
Come on, baby. Oh, damn. Yeah, it was. Look, great. That shit was amazing. I've seen it like 25 times already. Like,
yeah. Some people have a theory, which I think is a pretty good one, that it's Pepper Potts in the.
Oh, I hope not, because I
think that she gets killed. I think that's the whole point.
What, in the suit?
Yeah.
Is that why he put his hands up like that?
Yeah. No, not in the face. Bam! Get out of here.
I hope not. Because
I hope so.
Oh,
well,
like,
look, yo, if Goop gets knocked the fuck out, that shit would be amazing.
Look, I don't have a problem with Goop getting knocked the fuck out, but I don't feel like hearing all the
I don't either.
What is it? The
Think Peace Industrial Complex.
Thank you.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. It's working. Knock her ass out. Knock her goddamn block off. No, she got the suit on. She fine.
I don't think she's important enough to kill.
Oh, I think so.
I think. Look, wild speculation. Everybody really likes Thor now. Oh, you like him now, huh? Well, you didn't appreciate him before. So fuck you. Thor dies.
I think a lot of people are going to die.
Because basically anybody who has a replacement waiting in the wings.
No, but the thing is, you're thinking too far. This is Avengers 3, not Avengers 4. I think a lot of people are going to die. I think they're going to use the time gem to turn shit back.
I kind of don't want that.
You have to. You can't just kill off all those characters.
You could kill off. No, I'm not saying kill off a bunch. I'm saying kill off one. And it's got to be impactful.
So how do they get it? Like,
I don't know.
How did they get the gauntlet from him?
Well, that's a good question because
like he just knocked this nigga out in one punch.
Like,
and he's like, nah, he's just a badass.
Yeah, Iron Man was like, "You mind if I give you a kiss?" He was like, "Sure, I'd love it."
Oh man, I love that fucking trailer. Like,
it's so good. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. That'll be interesting.
Like, everything about it. The goddamn dialogue.
Yeah.
It's so good. His dialogue is amazing.
Yeah, it's good. People were mad because the black dude who was Thanos in the original movie,
the stunt man.
Yeah,
they were mad the stunt man didn't get cast as the lead villain in a big budget blockbuster.
Yeah, because they just don't want black people to have nothing, you know. That's why.
How many of you motherfuckers? How many people out there knew that he was a black dude?
Nobody.
Before they were told? No one knew.
Right.
How many people knew that he was also given a role as a stuntman in, or actually a larger role in Civil War?
Right. He is in Civil War.
He's in Civil War. He's one of
Crossbone's goons.
Goons.
Oh, the black dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Oh, he was Thanos in what?
He was Thanos in the Avengers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were supposed to keep with him because they were going to give it to a guy who probably isn't that good of an actor. For the biggest role they've been building for 10 years. Yeah, solid choice.
What's his name's voice in?
Right. Shit, they didn't even do practical effects. They were like, nope, we're CGI on this shit. Fuck it. All right. Make sure you sign up for premium content. Again, it's $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Go to thenerdpocalypse.com/premium to sign up. You get all of our premium shows, full episodes of Look Forward, our political podcast, episodes of Airing of Grievances, which is our Seinfeld podcast, which is back. By the time you're listening to this, it's already back. We already recorded an episode, so I'm very happy with it. There's new episodes eventually of The Men with the Golden Tongues.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Stupid Brad. Yeah, don't ever talk about me. Fuck out of here.
Okay, I get it.
And there will be a new episode of No Time to Bleed coming up soon as well. So look forward to all of those things. Again, thenerdpocalypse.com/premium, $5 a month or $50 for the full year. What the fuck brought to you by JTD? Micah, take it away.
A man went blind in one eye after having an orgasm.
Yeah.
That seems totally reasonable.
An English 29-year-old lost his vision temporarily the morning after enjoying a particularly wonderful climax. Thankfully, the patient learned that his sight would be restored, but it was understandably a frightening 24 hours.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. Yo,
yeah, like
he
what the
literally
fuck happened?
bust a nut. Like, oh shit!
Like, was he fucking so hard he blew a capillary, or did he like fuck up his aim and did he do the pull out method and just like whoop, oh shit?
That's what really happened. He don't want to tell nobody.
The man who suffered partial loss of vision, documented by the British Medical Journal, apparently upon admitting himself to the hospital, he had to tell doctors that he had participated in vigorous sexual intercourse. Upon examination, medics discovered a small hemorrhage in his left eye that was blocking part of his vision. That is definitely not getting shot with a BB gun, boy. That is a very different way to lose vision in one eye.
That is insane. That is very, very insane. How long? How many minutes do you think?
Okay, so here's what happened. Right?
three to 4 minutes, man. 3 to 4 minutes. You're just done.
Doctors
really, dog? Come on, man. Come on. Pad those stats, my guy. Come on.
Doctors revealed that the man had
cardio up, dog. Come on.
Doctors revealed that the man had probably held his breath and strained his abdominal muscle during his bedroom session, which in turn caused pressure to build up around his eyeball, bursting a blood vessel.
Who the fuck holds their breath?
It's supposed to give you like. It's supposed to give like. That's why people like getting choked.
Go ahead.
That's why people like getting choked. Like because the asphyxiation is supposed to make it feel.
Yeah, well, you get high. Off
Yeah,
with the lack of oxygen. No, you know what feels really good? Coming.
Just busting.
Just a normal, run of the mill.
His own breath.
Yeah, probably because he didn't want some person choking him.
Yeah, I can see that,
and jerking off. Why didn't he just use a belt?
Apparently, he
like David Carradine in a fucking closet. Yo, don't do that.
Oh, so he was masturbating?
Or no, he says he was having sex.
He says he was having sex.
Nah, I know he
That's
wasn't.
what he said he was doing.
Yeah,
The article,
no, he wasn't.
the article
He was having
says
sex with his hand.
The article
vigorously.
says that the article says that it is thought that some men hold their breath during sex to prevent premature ejaculation.
That is not a thing.
Others
is
practice-
that a thing? Wait, no, don't try to slide by that comment.
Hey, look,
that's not
I
a
mean,
thing.
You gotta breathe because sometimes, But no, you breathe through that shit. You don't hold your breath.
Yeah, it's
You
like
do the opposite.
yeah, you
gotta,
breathe through and you're like baseball stats. Like
right? It's like fucking male Lamars and shit. Like, hold it. Okay, I'm good.
Right, we're good. And we've crossed the 4-minute threshold. Boom, nailed it.
Others
Or
practice
not really.
Others practice controlled breathing to intensify sensations.
Oh, that's like
of
the tantric
orgasms.
shit.
Right.
Nah, fuck that.
That's called bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, let's do tantric. Let's not come for 9 days. Get the fuck out of my.
No. No.
Yo, if your significant other suggests that, break up with them.
Right.
No,
Hey, how would you like to go work on a coal mine and not get paid for it?
Right. Exactly.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
No.
I ain't putting in all this work just to not get a fucking payoff at the end.
Right. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dig this ditch. When you get done, I'll fill the hole again. Fuck you. No, man. Come on. No, tantric sex. That's a bunch of hippie nonsense. If you do that, you're a psycho. Just have sex, finish, roll over into your own shenanigans, and just go to bed.
Shenanigans. Okay.
I'm just saying. And apparently it only needs to last 15 minutes, according to the women on the talk or the...
Yeah, yay. And put in so much fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking starfish laying there. Terrence, you're up.
Woman claims she had amazing sex with the ghost of a 19th century man while living alone in a remote cottage.
The woman's
Right now,
name.
She might be.
The woman's name, attention whore, said she first spotted the man in a historic painting.
Yo, did she get wait?
What is she, but Vigo?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Fucking Ghostbusters 2? Like, no. Seeing Jameson said she woke up to find the man lying next to her in bed.
No, you didn't.
The same man who appeared in a painting over the fireplace.
You having sex with a ghost?
Pam Grier's not dead, right?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying. No. A 26-year-old had left behind her life in London and moved to a cottage in Aberystwyth, Wales, after breaking up with her boyfriend.
Yeah, that
of 3
word
years.
is not. That's not a word. Get out of here.
What is it? Aberystwyth?
I don't know.
With whatever. I don't care. So everywhere I went reminded me of my ex. I needed a fresh start. So she moved to a cottage in Wales. One painting in particular caught her eye. It was
I bet it did.
It was above the mantelpiece in the main room, and was of a handsome young man and dated 1820.
Wait, I'm looking at this woman. The only person she can get is a ghost.
A writer
Yo, come on, yo.
said that being in the countryside inspired her. A writer, she said that being in the countryside inspired her. It was great, no distraction, just me and the trees and this ghost. AKA
Blowing my imaginary back out. She's not. I mean, she's a perfectly fine looking woman. She can only get a ghost. Really?
What's his name?
Is she dating this guy?
Vincent Brader.
Is she dating
enjoyed
this ghost?
Uh-huh.
Is she dating the ghost?
She probably is.
Just sounds
I
like some
enjoyed the
shit on
piece
Outlander.
Yeah, I was about. That's as soon as I saw this, I was like,
You might know somebody.
Anyway,
sex with Stonehenge or whatever the fuck that show is about. I don't get it.
This is some Outlander ass shit. Outlander shade. I enjoyed the piece after a long relationship. Being on my own was quite exhilarating. When did she wake up having sex with this thing? Wait, a few months after I'd moved in, I woke early one morning to find a dark-haired, very good-looking young man lying next to me. No, you didn't. He was fully clothed in a loose white shirt, a neck scarf, and old-fashioned breeches. Breeches? What?
Breeches.
Is that how you spell breeches?
Fucking wearing knickerbockers.
Yo, that's hilarious.
He had a kind of shimmer to him as if he was behind a fluttering... What? Voila, what is that? Voile curtain? I don't know what that word is. I told myself I was dreaming and rolled away from him. As I faced the wall, I slowly realized I wasn't asleep, and suddenly I was frozen with fear. I felt a hand on my waist, but the touch was
you got raped, yo.
Like,
yeah, right by a ghost.
You got raped, yo.
What the fuck, dog?
God damn.
Even as ghost, we ain't shit. Good Lord. She said she knew instinctively that he was a ghost and that she recognized him as the man in the painting. We started to make love. I don't believe you. He was very gentle and stroked my body tenderly. Yo, this is fucking crazy.
Nigga, your voice is way too deep to be like, you stroked my body tenderly. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Someone out there likes it. During the love making, I sensed all kinds of things about him. His name Robert, and when he lived over,
someone out there like it. You tell it to them.
Yeah, well,
don't look me in my eyes.
I'm looking at my. I'm looking at my computer screen.
We're not homophobes. Jesus Christ, calm down. God damn it.
I just don't like him.
God damn it.
We're already getting angry. We didn't speak. It was as if he was communicating with telepathy.
No, he
with
wasn't.
Me telepathically. His body was soft and light. What is going on here?
Yo, look, I keep looking
at... This is bullshit.
Yeah, this is like a Tyrese.
That's exactly what you said.
This is a Tyrese level story.
Right.
The next thing we're going to find out is Will Smith and Jada Smith gave him $1 million
to shut the fuck up. In the end, I told myself,
Yo, just keep scrolling. The image, dude.
Yeah,
it's the image from Outlander. That's fucking Yo.
Oh, the man was dressed in a loose white shirt, a bit like Jamie Fraser in Outlander.
She's shopping around her fucking Outlander fan fiction, yo.
The entire fuck out of my goddamn face.
Nope, that's it.
Jawan did this. This is his shit.
Yeah, he watches that's right. He watches the show.
This is nonsense. He did this on purpose.
Yo, that's fucking
Or
hilarious.
maybe Aiden Turner in Pole Dark.
Another one. What are these shows?
What are these? Yo, this is fucking long.
It's like somebody went to a supermarket and picked up one of them smutty ass books.
Nonsense.
Yeah, no, this is stupid. You didn't have sex with a ghost.
No, you did not. All right. My story, final story this week. Philippines Cobra King dies after drinking blood of poisonous snake that bit him. An interesting vacancy has just opened up in the Philippines. God damn. You just going to start the article like that? The country no longer has the Cobra King after the person holding that title has died. The irony, the irony is the snake whisperer met his end through the act of revenge on his pet cobra. He was bitten by the snake and then retaliated by cutting its head off and drinking its blood. That was not a good idea. It seems that was his mistake was ingesting the blood. Cobras are extremely poisonous snakes, and people in general would be terror-struck if bitten, not to mention dead without immediate treatment. However, the Cobra King has gotten numerous snake bites over the years and knew how to treat himself.
So, who's going to be the first to say it?
Would I drink cobra blood?
No. Does this guy look like a Filipino Barack Obama?
Oh, yo. Yes.
Oh, man.
Well,
it bit me.
that's That's pretty accurate. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I would, however, eat a cobra's heart. That's a thing in Vietnam, I think.
Really?
Yeah, cobra's beating heart.
You trying to be the Black Panther? You trying to be the Filipino Panther?
Yeah, I want to be the Cobra King. I want to be the king of the Philippines. I am the new black king of the Philippines. I get to fight Rodrigo Duarte. That's what you have to eat a snake heart and fight him in a fucking ring of fire to be the president. I'll do it. I had a friend whose dad traveled all over the world and would just like bring him back just like in really exotic places, like a journalist or something, in just like really crazy, dangerous places. And he would bring him back like wild shit that he bought there. He brought him back in a little jar. It was like this big, a glass jar. It was a cobra head, like with the hood open, that they had cut off and put in like, formaldehyde or whatever. It was fucking wild, dude. He had because he had like this case of all of these crazy things his dad has brought back, and it's just a fucking cobra head. I was like, where did you get that? I think his dad got it in, I want to say it was Vietnam. I was like, that seems cool. Like, how do you get that through customs? Like, you just got that on a plane, just sitting like, I bought the seat for the cobra head. Like,
man, no one wanted to sit next to that goddamn thing.
This dude is crazy.
They show weird shit at the duty-free shop.
Exactly. You can buy Johnny Walker Black or a cobra head. Like, it's either way. So we're not going to get into trailers this week just because we're running a little long on time. It's pretty late here for us. However, I would say check out the trailer for 7 Days in Entebbe, which is with Daniel Bruhl and Rosamund Pike. They play hijackers. It actually looks really good. And then this was right up your alley is Wormwood. It's a new fictional documentary on Netflix about MK Ultra, which is the CIA, where they were giving people LSD and secretly giving them LSD to see what would happen. So the trailer for that looks really fucking good, but it's all like true crimey kind of thing. So I think you would dig it too. All right, that's it for us, and we will see you guys next week.
See you.
Take it easy.
Bye.